Oh, hi, friends.
Hello, Marina.
Nice to see. Nice to see who are with us. We have some minutes.
Mm.
Hi,
I like
Roger.
I like your top.
Ni- Thank you. So you
Top.
come
It's
to
really nice.
be with us. Oh, thank you. Since uh, since our this war, we identificate more closely where we are, and that is why it's became as a
Yeah,
symbol.
I
Yes, and that is
remember last time I was in Kiev, I went to I was a tutor for a large course, and we went to the prize giving at the end, and it was lovely because all the women in particular wore the blouses, the tops from their areas, and I didn't realize they changed across the oblasts. How much they were different. You know, they were from 10 different oblasts, so
in
it was
what year
really
it
colourful.
was?
This would
It was
be just before lockdown, so I think 2019 was the last time I was there because I haven't been through lockdown, although I'm still working with the Ukrainian government now. I've got 3 meetings with them next week, um, but about exporting, helping small companies export to try and get away from the what happened with the Donbass being taken over, the heavy manufacturing. So trying to get the small companies to look up and out and get away from just themselves, just working in Ukraine. We'll see. We've got 300 of them in it in the program, so it should be good.
Roger, is it possible we have two presentations, and then if I ask you to tell us something about yesterday focus group meeting, okay?
Yep, yep, okay.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we are 2 minutes we have, and people coming to us. Okay, very pleasure. It is a new one. Our members come to us, and this is very interesting, very good. Well, mhm. Tim Holmes, uh, nice to see you. From what club are you?
Rotary Westminster West in London.
Excellent. I understand. It is no, you are our my club, sister club.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're very proud to
Okay.
be
Good.
your sister.
Yeah. Sister club. That's very good. And in 2019, I visited your. It was Christmas, Christmas party. It was in
Yes, I
BB
was
in BB Bar. Yeah, in London.
glad
Yeah,
to
it
see
was.
you every time you can come, and we hope we can visit you as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
nice. Okay. Well, time is okay. Our time, but okay. We have very warm company, and we can to begin. Today, dear friends, no, as you know, we had we had our independence, Ukraine Independence Day, and today we want to tell you a little bit something how it was celebrated by one club from Cherkasy. Natalia Sherbina will tell us, and another it will be presentation about our this Vyshivanka, about how it's developing and how many clients we have. And that is why Olesya Telizhenko, but so sad she now driving in Poland and cannot, she thinking she will come to her friends and come to be with us. But unfortunately, she is coming by car, and that is why she cannot to be with us, but it will be video. That is why maybe who with us at first we present each other. I am Marina Dolzhenko, Kyiv Synergy, District 2232, and ICC, Great Britain, Ukraine, Ireland, Ukraine. And please, Natalia, tell about you.
Yeah, I'm Sono Verghese. I'm in District 1190, which is in Cumbria in North England. We haven't done anything at the district level, but for the ICC, but individual clubs have been supporting various activities in Ukraine and the Rotary clubs in Ukraine. So it had gone on since 2019 till, 2020 till 22. And over the last 12 months, I don't think there has been any activities from the district to Ukraine, ICC, I should say. I'm just waiting for the new president to firmly embed in her seat so that I can talk to her about how and in what way the district can support Ukraine and the ICC.
Thank you very much. And 2 days ago, everybody in our district, and maybe in your district, you received their letter about the result of 2021-22. How is ICC in Rotary International worked? And it is more strong, have to be, and thinking our joint meeting every month joint meeting is very good support of these ideas of development of ICC in Rotary International, to my mind.
Yeah,
James, nice to see you.
And good to see you again. It must be only last night that I saw you and Roger online. And Tim.
Well, aren't we lucky?
Yeah, good. Nas, hi. Very nice to see you. I'm very glad to see you, really. And became our member of our ICC. Roger, do you want about this? Do you want to invite Nas to your activity?
I would expect her to come in. If you can, Naz, if you can, I can't hear you. My microphone isn't working. But if you could put your email address into chat, just address it to me, and I will send you an invite to join the GB&I side of the ICC. Still can't hear you, but don't worry. Thank you, I've got it.
Thank you. Ina Teslenko, Inachka, are you with us? Please present yourself. Tell about your work and what did you do in Rotary.
Good evening. I'm Ina Teslenko. My club, my first club was Velatin International. It's club from West Ukraine. And now we create a new club, satellite club, Kyiv Pictorial. It's our symbol, our club. And I am psychologist, mental therapist, and we have a new project about support women and children who don't have houses and maybe who don't have fathers, and our work is to help these children and this woman. I'm so sorry because my English is not very well. I understand, but I don't.
Your English is better than our Ukrainian.
That's right.
Thank you.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you.
Hang on, Marina, you don't have to agree.
Seriously, Ina, if you find it easier, speak in Ukrainian, and I'm sure one of your colleagues will give a summary for us afterwards. That applies to any of you. You don't have to struggle. This is meant to be equals, not somebody trying to impress or struggle with getting their message over. So, not just yourself, any of our friends from Ukraine, speak in Ukrainian if it's easier. I'm sure one of your colleagues will summarize for us.
Right. But I try.
Good.
I try.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's always more difficult to speak than it is to listen.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. Agree.
Yeah. Just ask most of us who's try and speak French.
Yeah.
But
Tamara, будь ласка, please tell something about you, because you have a very, very huge hub in Kiev, but it was very, very sad situation 2 nights ago when Kiev was bombed. And what happened in your hub?
Thank you, Marina. Good evening, dear Rotarians. My name is Tamara Nedobor. I'm coordinator Rotarian humanitarian hub in Kiev now. Yes, and 2 days ago we have big rockets attacks in the Kiev, and part of rockets down in our hub. This hub is okay, but the building underground destroyed windows, destroyed doors, and 2 men's security are died.
Were killed.
It's very, yes, yes, rockets are killed this men's. This security. It's very sad news, but we are stronger with together with our friends from all the world, and also with British, our friends. Thank you for your big support to Ukraine. Thank you for your big hearts, and glory to Ukraine. Слава Британії.
На іноземні диstrикти, які тоді, може, передавали кошти на українські клуби або, може, передавали гуманітарні товари.
Ростислав, будь ласка, у вас включен мікрофон.
Да, Ростислав, ага, мікрофон, будь ласка. Ростислав, будь ласка, present yourself, is it possible? Some words. Can it hear? Yes, okay. Well, and Rostislav, okay.
My name is Rost Lukacs, Kiev capital. Good to see you.
Well, you're on the now online in chat, Victory, I know. maybe. Well, thank you. And I want to present you very famous, to my mind, Rotarian who is now in Scotland. Please, Ernest Avitisov, please, some words about you. Nice to see you.
Hello, yes.
Eric.
Thank you, Marina. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm now on the trip, so I'm actually heading home back from work. So that's why my connection may be not so good. My name is Ernst, common name is Eric. I'm from Rotary Club Kharkiv International. I was the president for last year, and this year I'm head of public image of my club. In the meantime, during the war now, I'm staying in Scotland, in Edinburgh. Working here with the Scottish Rotary clubs and try to encourage them to help in our projects with Ukraine and also help with the cultural exchange between Ukraine and the United Kingdom. And I'm very happy to be here, and I'm so happy that so many people now attending ICC, even not only from Ukrainian side, but also from the United Kingdom side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. James, please.
Yeah, I put my hand up because I hadn't realized that everyone was introducing themselves. So I just said I'd just seen you last night. I think I would like to add to Ernst, who I notice is from Kharkiv International, that one of the projects we're working on with his club is the laptop project. And I'm liaising with Sergei Zavitsky, who is living in Chiswick, which is the same district as Tim. So I quite frequently meet with him, and also working with Sergei Zavadsky. And I've got them the right way around. With Sergei Zavadsky, we actually sent one of our members from my club, Kew Gardens, over to Kiev, and he spent a few days with Sergei looking after him, visiting the schools there, because we're really keen to get support to the children, because they're not featuring in the media coverage over here. We'll feature missiles, we'll feature people being killed, but we're not featuring the damage that must be being done to children, and the psychological support and the educational support we need. So this guy is 85, and he came over and he spent a week over there, and Sergei looked after him for 3 or 4 days and took him round to about 8 of the schools in Kiev and in Kiev Oblast. And coming out of that, we've got a project where so far we've raised about £50,000. And that is intended to go towards ensuring the children can maintain education during the winter, ensuring they have power to go for the schools, some of the schools to continue, and also to ensure some of them get laptops.
Yes, it is amazing.
But it's hard for us to know what are the priorities you feel at the moment.
Right.
You are mute, Eric.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, and I know that Savitsky told me that you're working close together, and I want to just say thank you for supporting our project. It's very important because the kids is our future, and like we talk about Ukraine today, but also we need to talk about Ukraine tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. Well, and Nas, I'm sorry, Nasrin, you didn't tell about your club. Something use. Please. You're mute. No. No. No sounds. Mm-hmm. Well, and we see. Please go fit. You come to us now. Present yourself. Some words about you.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Apologies for the late arrival. Member of Esk Valley Rotary just outside Edinburgh, which Eric visited on Tuesday evening and very kindly sent the link to this meeting. Apologies for the late arrival. I was travelling back from Dundee this evening and not long home.
Thank you. Well, dear friends, we want to little bit to tell about how was celebrating Independence Day in Ukraine and some words of UK. Well, and is it possible I will show you, sorry, ekran. Oh, no, sorry.
It's coming.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Marina, I can show that.
Yes, please show.
Yes.
It tells some words as we agree.
Okay.
For our agreement.
So demonstration of the. I need permission to demonstrate.
Okay. Maybe you have no permission. That is why. Well, I try. Maybe I will try again.
Hello, friends. My name is Natalia Sherbinina. I'm representative of Rotary Club Cherkasy International. Marina asked to tell you about the event that was happening in England, Malmesbury City. Now you can see the picture of Mayor of Malmesbury with the image of our president after this event. The event was going 24th of August in the city to support Ukraine. People were participating in an auction. From Cherkasy, we sent vases that were painted and people could buy them. Some other different objects. So want to thank everybody who were on this event, Ukrainians and English people. So our member of the club, Brandon Ball, who is now in England, asked me to prepare a video so that some British people will understand maybe more about the situation that is going on now in Ukraine. This is a collection of short stories of the people that now experiencing war. There are representatives of Rotary Club and also just ordinary Ukrainians as that we live every day. There will be a small speech of Dirk Lustig, maybe you know him. He is a representative of Kyiv Multinational. Also, my friend, she's a military journalist. She lives in Sumy region and situation there catastrophic. Every day they have artillery shooting and also rockets. She's going on the border every day and trying to transmit this information, to spread information so people know, the world know what's going on. Also, there will be a story from a girl who came from Zaporizhia. This is a city closer to the border, also bombed. Then there will be stories of friends of Marina Dovzhenko. One lady living in Scotland, another one in England. Also Marina was able to present a short video to tell the situation that is going on, what is going on in Ukraine. Also, In Cherkasy, we have troops that are defending our country now. It is 118 battalion and 12 brigada. Brigada, it is the name of a smaller part of the battalion, unfortunately.
Brigade.
Sorry?
Brigade.
Maybe, yeah, brigade.
Brigade. It's very
brigade,
similar word. Very similar word.
They are also giving a speech saying thank you for volunteers, for those. It was member of our club who, through the dentists of Cherkasy, were sending from England cars to them. And I talked to this head of a medical department who is having a speech on that video, and he said that hundreds of people were their lives were saved because of these cars. He was driving, he told all the stories, interesting, painful, but nice that we know that, because when we live here, even in my city, Cherkasy, we do not understand what's going on there, because attacks here happening rarely and not so severe. So nice that they share, that we support each other mentally, materially. And so this video was created to say thank you and to encourage to support more, because we really want to finish this war, to have victory, to have peace in the world. We are staying on our land. We didn't do any attacks to anyone. We just want to live happily. So the message was like this. And please, I would like to invite you to watch this 12-minute video. Some representatives do not know English, so I made the subtitles. I hope it will be readable. Marina.
Thank you. Thank you, Natalia. It is excellent, unique, and I.
And also, sorry, Marina, I didn't mention at the beginning there will be the anthem of Ukraine, because it was Independence Day, and I asked the guys from our Philharmonic hall. We have a national choir, so they are the primas, the first singers from this choir. They were very grateful and happy to sing our anthem for you, friends. Can you see the something?
Push that.
Dear friends, we are very
with the video or with the sound.
Let's sing our Ukrainian.
Yes, I have.
І слава, і воля, ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші воріженьки, як роса на сонці, запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду.
My name is Dirk Lustig. I'm from Geneva, Switzerland. I've been in Ukraine since the very first day of the war in 2014, in particular since the beginning of the full-scale Russian invasion in February 2022. Why I am helping Ukraine? Because I think that it is a wonderful country with wonderful people and an amazing potential. I'm also here because I think that everybody should help in the fight for democracy and for freedom. My focus lays on helping with humanitarian demining. As you may know, more than 140,000 square kilometers of Ukraine are potentially mined. This is an area of the size of Switzerland, Austria, and the Netherlands together. Half of this area is agricultural land. So this prevents local communities after disoccupation to find back to normal life. It prevents refugees to go home, but it is also a threat to the world system. As you know, Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. So please help me to demine Ukraine. Please support this country. Please stand with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini! Glory to Ukraine.
Another drama theater destroyed by Russians on 19th of August 2023 in Chernihiv. Just a couple of days ago, Russian missiles struck the heart of Chernihiv. The impact resulted in the destruction of the central square of the drama theater and various other structures. In a cruel twist, Russia changed what should have been an ordinary Saturday into a day of profound pain and grievous loss. Tragically, people were killed and many have been injured, including children. Rescue efforts are ongoing, aimed at providing aid and assistance amidst the devastating situation. Beautiful Mariupol before being burned contains with cheerful people around. Safe seaside, happy children. Burned Mariupol by Russia now.
Мене звати Олеся Боровик, я журналіст, працюю та живу в Сумах. І Сумська область, особливо прикордоння, щоразу потерпає від ворожих обстрілів. Звичайно, що як такої лінії фронту, бойових зіткнень у нас безпосередньо тут в області немає, але ми маємо сусідство із країною-агресоркою Росією та аж 564 кілометри спільного кордону. Це найдовший кордон із Росією серед регіонів України. І саме жителі прикордоння щоразу потерпають від ворожих обстрілів, страждають їхні будинки, страждають школи. Як от і сьогодні російський шахет поцілив у школу в одному із міст на Сумщині. На жаль, загинули 4 працівників цієї школи, педагоги всі, і ще 4 були поранені. І завжди у скрутні хвилини, особливо коли йдеться про пошкодження та руйнування, нас рятують люди, українці, та й весь цивілізований світ, який об'єднався, аби допомогти нам вистояти у цій нелегкій боротьбі. Так, існує один єдиний фронт існує. Це наші військові, які відважно боронять нашу землю та відвоюють клаптик за клаптик, кілометр за кілометром нашу землю. Але є ще й весь світ, цивілізований світ, люди, які об'єдналися, аби нам допомогти. Величезне дякую від всіх, мабуть, сумчан за допомогу, яку нам надають іноземці. Це величезний вклад, ваш внесок в нашу спільну перемогу.
I'm Lydia Dean. I'm British citizen. I came to this country from Ukraine 30 years ago. I'm very saddened and appalled what happened to Ukraine and Ukrainian people. I'm very thankful to British government for support they offered to Ukraine and Ukrainian people. I'm thankful to British people who opened their homes to Ukrainians. We really need your help. I ask you to continue this help.
Доброго дня, мене звати Дар'я. Я проживала в місті Запоріжжя до початку повномасштабної війни. Наразі я була вимушена переїхати в місто Черкаси, але моя родина, мій батько залишились там. Запоріжжя – це прифронтове місто, яке кожного дня потерпає від російського агресора. У нас дуже зруйнованих багатоповерхівок, в яких обірвалось чиєсь життя. Але, не дивлячись на це, місто намагається жити буденним життям. Ми працюємо для того, щоб кожного дня допомагати нашим захисникам. Я точно знаю, я вірю, що з вашою допомогою наша перемога настане якомога скоріше. І ми всі зустрінемося тут, у нас, в Україні, вільні, квітучі і незалежні.
Dear British friends, I am Marina Dolzhenko, professor of cardiology, Ukraine chair of Great Britain, Ireland, and Ukraine, and I live in Kiev. And every night, every day, Russian army bombed our cities and by rockets and drones. And it is horrible. It is horrible to live. It is horrible to go to work after the unsleeping night. Our Ukraine army saved us, and our Ukraine army are struggling for democracy principles and for international law of borders all over the world. We are very grateful. We are thankful for you, for British citizens, for British government, to our support of Ukraine. Stay with Ukraine, because it is very, very important for us and to whole democracy world. Glory to Ukraine.
Our defenders of the medical front work tirelessly, but they always need tourniquets, first aid kits with medicine, and cars to take out the wounded. Often all these burn during shelling.
Я, як начальник 20-го батальйону, щиро вдячний волонтерам, які допомагають прискорити перемогу. Якщо ви знали, що кожна хвилина для пораненого – це на вагу життя. Тому ваша допомога – це допомога кожному пораненому. Щиро дякую.
Hello, my name is Katrine Dean, and I'm a British citizen. However, I was born in Kiev, Ukraine, and moved to Scotland when I was 10 as a child. I'm now 38, and I am still living in Scotland. However, I have been devastated by the war in Ukraine and have been humbled, and I very much appreciate the help and assistance that the British government and British people have offered Ukraine through this really tough time. And I really wish that this would continue, and glory to the Ukraine.
Very needed help to moms' refugees. Diapers and food for babies are given to mothers who fled the war from frontline cities. They are happy and thankful to feel themselves not forgotten. We want to create beauty on our land.
Thank you for
Thank you. Natalia, thank you very much. Excellent. It's your work, creative work.
I hope that this video will show you how beautiful Ukraine is. The last bit is our very famous videographer. He's doing some extreme videos. Before war, he was doing like videos from jumping from the plane or doing some really nice artistic works to show how beautiful our country is. And the message at the end of the video that we are really waiting for all the guests after war to celebrate together the rule of law, the victory, like peace in the whole world. So thank you for watching, and I hope that our joint continuous work to bring closer this victory will continue.
Yeah, Roger, please.
Yeah, Natalia, that was brilliant. I've seen a few of those videos, but that one was so up to date. Well done. I stood under the statue in Kiev a few years ago, and I love the fact, for those of you who don't know, it was meant to celebrate looking to the motherland or something, wasn't it? And the Ukraine government has had the nerve, I thought it was a brilliant one, to turn the base into a museum of Ukraine's history. And I really enjoyed going around that. I've also stayed in that hotel on Independence Square. So it brought a lot of memories back seeing those. Could I please ask, if you can, if it's easy to do so, could you post that on WeTransfer to either James or myself? Because I would like to show that to my club. We have an open evening coming up where we have 40-odd guests.
Of course, with my pleasure, just to give me...
And I'm sure other clubs would like to show it, because I think we need to re-energize the efforts. We need something, and it's got to come from you, and that was perfect. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I echo what Roger just said? It was perfect, and I'm very keen to show it to my club, including and in particular the guy who came over, Robin, came over and spent 3 days with Sergei, who I think was going to join us this evening, but I know he had an engagement in the afternoon, which I think is overrun. But I'm particularly keen he and our colleagues see this. So anything you can do to get it over, the better. And it may not be that big in MP4. It may be possible to just send it as an email attachment.
If it's under 5 megs, you can send it, but above that, use WeTransfer.
WeTransfer or Google Drive also possible. Like...
Any of those. We leave it with you. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff, I had noticed the extra I.
Well, thanks. We have another video, interesting video, and about our history of our Vyshyvanka. May I show you? I hope it will be nice with music. Can you hear sound?
No.
Not yet.
No sound.
Marina, it was up and left. Yes. Share the sound.
No sound.
No sound.
I don't know why.
Close the demonstration of the screen, and when you do so, there will be from the left up to share, поділитися спільним звуком чи щось таке. Вибрати джерело звуку, щось таке буде.
Я тут сразу же, ага. Ничего не вижу. Я, к сожалению, экран. Well, maybe we will do next our meeting. Well, and I will try how to it's possible. But Roger, may I ask you, tell us what had happened yesterday evening our focus meeting, please.
Yeah, thank you. I was really pleased to see so many people from Ukraine on that call as well. Right, I'm going to start from scratch. We had the UK, RGB and I, and Ukrainian task force, which lasted for 18 months, and I felt was incredibly powerful and managed to get a lot done. By my very rough calculations, we raised in 18 months over £7 million that we know about. There's a lot we don't know about in goods, services, and donations. And just picking up on Independence Day, my own district last year, for instance, we organised 8 garden parties, picnics in the park for the Ukrainian refugees, let alone what the other districts did. So there is a lot of goodwill there. However, and this is being absolutely honest, with our experience has been that we are seeing a drop-off in the expression in English is compassion fatigue. People get tired of giving. And we've got to re-energize that. And that video, for instance, is a tool for us to re-energize. But we can't show it to everyone. But we can use it in targeted areas. One of the things we've done in Rotary Great Britain and Ireland is close down the task force. It was starting to get involved in too much small details, and it was becoming very big. It was becoming unmanageable. So we've set up a small team, and there are 7 of us on that. So we have 3 from Ukraine and 3 from UK, Great Britain and Ireland, and the chair. And the chair happens to come from Great Britain. Her name's Janine Birtwistle. Now, what we are doing, the purpose of the task force is not to be as in your face leading as the purpose of the team is not to be the same as the task force. The task force was very much driving and putting a lot of effort into getting things to happen. The new team, the Ukraine team, crisis team, will be aimed at providing information and at coordinating. Now, at the same time, the Ukrainian district has also had a rethink under their new district governor and has organised their committee under 5 streams. And he says that trying to pick them up and have a look at them. And of course, I've lost them. Aren't I clever? What we've held are 2 open evenings. Now, I noticed somebody put in the chat, I think, trying to remember, no, Nazarene put it on there. What can we do to help? We've had 2 open evenings, which one of them was last night, where we've invited colleagues from Ukraine to come in and steer us. But at the same time, to build on ideas so that people in clubs can actually tell us what they think they can do rather than us telling them what they should do. Now, we broke into 3 groups which were mapped onto the Ukraine district 5 areas. So one of our groups looked at all the support in the field of children. So whether that be helping them with mental health, whether it be with giving them educational needs, whether it be with giving them a break, like the summer camps that have been running, all that area. And we're gaining ideas, and then we can act as putting clubs in contact with each other so that they can look bigger than they really are. You can get more done when there's more than one club working on something. The second group is looking at logistics and water sanitary hygiene. And that includes, logistics includes special vehicles like ambulances, fire engines, those sort of things. And again, it is what is practical. Instead of just raising money to buy these, can we use our good services and our networks to persuade companies to donate them, or fire brigades, or whatever it might be? But it's all to do with, let's use our skills and our network and really mobilize people. The third group, which is co-led by myself and Sergei Zavatsky, is looking, the technical term was anything and everything else that's left over from those two. Now, if I map that on to what the Ukrainians had set up, the first one was looking at people issues. So things like clothing. Are we going to need a warm winter clothing appeal again this year? We don't know. That will be told to us by our Ukrainian colleagues. We don't know. The other area was around, well, included within that will be things like any medical supply and health care for them over here. And then also within that are longer term rehabilitation projects. So what we've done in Moshun has been inspirational to many people, well over 100 houses. But there are so many other villages, small settlements, suburbs of big cities that need help. And particularly things like clinics and schools, the infrastructure of a civilization that's been destroyed. So there's a whole area that we're looking at. And we've got another meeting, I think it's on Monday or Tuesday, that we're meeting to pull this all together. To give you all an idea of how much importance is being given to re-energizing this, both of our open meetings have been chaired by the chair of the board of Rotary Great Britain and Ireland. Now, we can't get much higher than that. It's the same as a zone director or your DG. But he's got 24 DGs reporting to him, okay? So he put a lot of effort, it was a significant gesture for him to come along and say, I'm behind this, make it happen. We hope that we will be able to come up with some really good ideas that clubs can look at and form links with Ukrainian clubs. One of the things we really want to do is to develop the partnership between clubs in the different countries. The second thing that is really important that came out is that yesterday was launched a new website. Now, this is only at the moment accessible to people who are Rotarians within Rotary Great Britain and Ireland. But there are ways around it that we're thinking of how we can include people in Ukraine, which is where it's called an Ask Offer website. So as an example, the lead for the water and sanitary hygiene posted on there that he wants to set up a global grant to supply lots of small water filters to villages in the south, or to use DDF, district funds. And he posted it onto this platform, which is on the Rotary Great Britain and Ireland website under the Ukraine banner. And that is asking people from other districts, would you be prepared to help us create this big project of supplying how many thousands of water filters? And he had a response within 3 minutes of posting it, which was brilliant. Now, it's about asking people to join in. It's also offering So it might be that a club is offered some spare equipment. Let's say they're offered an ambulance by a health trust. So they can offer that. How can we move this and get it across to Ukraine and get it equipped to go on the other side of the road? Left-hand drive, right-hand drive. But there's all those sort of things that we can put people together. Now, anybody who's in Rotary Great Britain and Ireland, you can access that by going onto the Rotary Great Britain and Ireland website and looking under Ukraine. It's the first of the click-through boxes on the top left. The people in Ukraine, we think we found a way that you can do that, which is to become an honorary member of one of our clubs. So you can be a full member of your club, and you can be an honorary member of a club in Rotary Great Britain and Ireland. And when you are in that position, that gives you access to the Rotary Great Britain and Ireland website. So you can see what's going on. So if any of you were interested in that, then please let either James or myself know, and we will forward it through to the right people so that we can offer up the possibility, would a club like to have an honorary member from Ukraine joining them? Okay. So I leave that with you. I hope you all were able to understand that. It was quite complicated. If not, I'm sure that Marina will put a wonderful summary to your colleagues. But otherwise, drop me an email if any of you are not quite sure what I was saying and would like some more information. I'll put my email into the chat. Thank you very much, Marina.
Thank you very much, Roger, for your truthful speech. It is very important, and we hope that this site with Janine present yesterday will help first of all us, and the second for British people, how they can to help Ukraine. And most important, your words about the goodwill, and people a little bit tired to give. It is understandable, of course. Of course, we understand that even our pension and our salary depends from the West countries. We understand this, we know this. But for today, it is we on the border of two worlds, of the border of dark and light. And if dark will put all over the world, it will be horrible. That is why our army is fighting. That is why we are struggling on our places in our homes in Kiev or all over the Ukraine, and working and do what we want. Thank you. Thank you to you, to all British people.
I must admit, I forgot to mention, Marina, one of the things, we had a breakout session, and I was amazed at how much is going on supporting the people the Ukrainians who have come over here, and how they are actually making a new life. They're very resilient, they are very professional, and they aren't just wanting to take money off the state. They are wanting to create a new life here as best they can. But there's a lot of support that can be done without money. Things like helping them. You mentioned it very early on, the need for, and I think you mentioned it in your film or one of the areas, bereavement support. When somebody has been killed closely to them, and it happens, and these people are so far away from their loved ones, when they hear that, it can be more devastating than if it were next door, because there's all the uncertainty and the worry. Should I go back, etc.? I want to go back. These people run into bad areas. So I think that is one area that we can be good at doing. We're not counsellors, but we can certainly be there for them. So yeah, let's hope. I know it's going on in your side as well, but I was particularly interested in what Ina was saying, that I think there is some overlap between the initiatives you're doing with the children who are having mental issues, and we're getting the same over here. And talking, if Ina and her colleagues can talk with Cheryl on our side, then I think we can get a very powerful joint effort that is understandable on both sides. Thank you.
Roger, I'll just add to that. Ina and I have been exchanging chat messages, and she's working at the moment with Sergei Savatsky in areas like Mushon. And I think maybe if we have a conversation with Sergei, we'll get to know a little bit more about that as well.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Thank you very much. And if somebody want to say something, please. Your opinion, your thoughts, please.
I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Героям слава. Yes.
Friends, I will leave email here in the chat, and if you would like to have a video, please write something to that email. Because I already sent to everybody who shared their emails, but if you forgot or if you think that now you do not know your email or something like this, I'll share my email. So anytime, please write. Not only about sharing the video, anything you want. I will be very happy to create new connections and new projects.
Thank you. Well, it is 8 in Great Britain and 10 in Ukraine. We are in moment. That is why we come to close our meeting. Do you have any additions?
Yeah, I just want to ask Roger one question. I mean, you said about club-to-club partnership. Is there any value in district-to-district partnerships as well?
My experience over the last 18 months is that it's like pushing water uphill.
Right.
It's much better, much more effective club-to-club. If the districts want to get involved, they can do, which is why we've set up the Ask Offer, so it's opened to anyone, any of the levels of organisation. They can choose.
Right, okay. I mean, how do you choose the clubs across in Ukraine? I mean, I've got a list of clubs in Ukraine and the districts, but how does one go about doing it if one is willing to do it? Because that question is going to be asked at the district level.
They express, whoever wants to partner expresses their interest through one of the members of the team, such as myself, and we will forward it on to Sergei or Boris or Marina or whoever it is, and advertise it within the Ukrainian district, and they can respond.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yep, thank you.
And Suno, I think as regards district to district, that is what the ICC is about.
Yeah, it is.
So you already have, you're here this evening, you already have that link.
Yeah, sure enough. But the active, the district is not very active. Some of the districts are not very active in terms of the relationships and the support that is required. That is why I thought an active involvement by the DG themselves.
Suno, I'm not going to say too much. I was on the DG Council for 2 years. So I was DG for 2 years. All I'm going to say is we have tried.
Right. Okay.
Don't push it any further. Keep it at club level, make it happen.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I think James is sort of biting his tongue on that one.
No, I think we can set the links in place. It's whether the district teams take advantage of them. And that, as Roger, I think, was just expressing, doesn't always happen.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Some additions.
Thanks, Marina.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
Rod.
Marina.
That was a
Thank
good
you
meeting.
all.
That was a good meeting. It was lovely meeting you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, to my mind, it is very important, maybe to show something of Ukraine, to open for you Ukraine, not only war and something, our history, our connections with Great Britain, you know this, our development, our history a little bit. Maybe you will have more wish to support us, to know us. This is to my mind, and it is maybe James. Thank you very much. You described me what we have to do in ICC. Is it correct?
I think it's working beautifully.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're doing a good
friends.
job, Marina.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you,
can I
everybody.
thank you all for the hard work you've put in on the Ukrainian side for making these meetings interesting. You're putting a lot of time and effort into it, and I really appreciate that. And I'm sure the others of us from Rotary Great Britain and Ireland would reciprocate that. It's, you know, would say also that it's really interesting listening to you. And keep it up. Thank you very much indeed.
I
Thank you very much for your support.
We're learning about a country that until this last couple of years, most of us didn't know much about.
Most of us didn't know it existed.
Yeah, well, you've been there.
I know that, but a lot of them don't know.
No, absolutely.
Just ask an American where it is.
Yeah, yeah. But I think the more we can share between our communities knowledge of the way each of us work, function, and can work together, the better. And we can only do it in a small way, but we can begin to do it.
And it's nice seeing some new people.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the weekend, however cold or warm it's going to be.
It's going to be warm.
Yeah. Bloody freezing outside, but never mind.
And last Tuesday of September we will meet again, if you agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, we look forward to your link.
Yeah, we discuss the date. Of course, I understand.
Well, so that was a one-off last night, Marina. That was a one-off.
Okay.
There's probably going to be one more in November, but we will circulate it through this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What ideas have people got? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
Goodbye.
Keep safe.
Take care. All the best. Bye.
Bye-bye.
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 That was really good, Marina. That was it was nicely put together. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm still struggling to actually call together my side, the Great Britain and Ireland side, because I'm very heavily involved in some other things that, like you are. But I'm very grateful that you've taken on board. Let's make these meetings interesting. It really helps.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's hope we can get something. And I agree with you. This isn't about what aid can we give. This is about what can we do to build the relationships and the understanding between the five countries.
It is more important that you know us and we open and we understand to each other.
And the other way around, because, you know, you may not know, but there are 7 official languages in the UK alone. So, you know, it's surprising how different our cultures are. And people make assumptions, and that's what ruins relationships. Anyway, have a good weekend. Keep safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.